Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Blue Jasmine, and this movie is directed by Woody Allen and stars Cate Blanchett, and it came out in 2013, and I thought this movie was solid. I didn't think it was great or amazing like I would have liked it to be, but it was a good movie overall, and I thought Cate Blanchett was amazing in this movie, and this is probably her best performance, or at least from what I've seen from her. She's really great, and what she plays is just a character who is so used to like being in the upper class, and she's like dragged down into like the lower class because she lost all her money. And throughout the whole movie, she just talks like she has all the power, but she doesn't. And there's some comedy that comes with that, but there's always a bit of sadness throughout the whole film because of what's going on with her character. And for a while, things are kind of funny, but as the movie goes along, it gets more serious. And at many points, it's really sad. And it works in ways that it's trying to. And I do think her character was really strong. And I would definitely say that was probably the strongest point of the movie for me, was with just our main character carrying the whole movie. And there's lots of side characters in this film, and unfortunately one of my biggest issues with this movie is that I didn't really find most of the side characters in this movie to be all that interesting, and they were kind of disposable, and I just didn't care all that much, and they literally just showed up for like one scene or two, and that was it. And while it does have a purpose to it, personally, I just didn't feel as though them being in the movie was like justified, really. And it kind of felt a little more thrown in than it feeling natural. And I do like the relationship between our main character and her sister, even though they're not technically sisters. They're both adopted, and they both have different parents. And our main character, she was always favored over the other one, where Jasmine was always the one who got all of the attention, and she was treated like the best one and considered to have like the best genes, and like she was always really smart. And her, I guess, sister was one who was the exact opposite, and she just wanted to get away from her parents as quickly as possible. And so they're kind of opposite characters, but the movie never falls into really stupid cliches, and it's kind of like one character's a popular, rich, nice one, and the other one is a unpopular, dirty one who just works at a grocery store. And the movie is aware of what it's trying to do, and I would go into more detail as to why I felt as though the dynamic between those two elements worked for me so well, but I can't because I don't want to spoil the movie. And in order to really talk about that, I would need to talk about like the last 5 minutes of the movie. But unfortunately, I can't do that because this is a spoiler-free review, and I thought the music worked well in the movie. I don't remember it right now, but I remember it working. It was never annoying, and overall, the performances were good, and Cate Blanchett was the best one for me. And my biggest criticism with this movie would be the story structure and pacing of it, and this movie does take its time quite a bit, and it's kind of told out of order, where you see Jasmine flying out to live with her sister, and then it cuts back to when things were perfectly fine, where she still had all the money in the world, basically, and had, like, everything. And it's kind of told from two different perspectives, like, in our main character's life. And while there's nothing wrong with that particularly, and it does kind of have a purpose towards it, I did find it kind of a weird choice and a bit distracting at points. And as far as the pacing goes for the movie, it was really slow, and I didn't feel as though it was always justified, and the story for the movie I wasn't super into, to be perfectly honest, and it barely has a plot, really. And It's mostly just our main character dealing with certain things and the movie slowly revealing itself as it goes along. And eventually it does, and that's the most interesting part. And I really liked when it revealed what it was eventually turned out to be. But for the first half of the movie, I think it's really slow and not super interesting for the most part when it's like revealing what the plot is. And I think the second half is much better and it's more balanced and I'm more engaged in what's going on. And the more I think about it, this movie is very reminiscent to Memento. And I'm just now realizing that. So if you like Memento, then check this movie out, I guess. And that's about all I have to say about it. It was a good movie. It was just not something that was super special to me or super engaging throughout, and there were parts of it that I liked, there were parts of it that I did not like that much. But overall, I can say that I enjoyed it more than I did not. So check this movie out once you have the chance, and I'm going to give Blue Jasmine a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Blue Jasmine and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Red 2. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.